Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fluent Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Fluent, and today we're going to talk about something we all do, shopping at the supermarket. I'm here with my friend Olivia, who has some great stories about shopping.
Hi, everyone. Yes, I love talking about shopping. It's something I do every week, so I have lots of experiences to share.
Perfect. So, Olivia, let's start with the basics. Do you always make a shopping list before you go to the supermarket?
Oh, absolutely. I always make a list. If I don't make a list, I forget half the things I need and buy things I don't need.
Right, that happens to everyone.
Exactly. I write my list on my phone now. It's very convenient because I can add things during the week when I think of them.
That's smart. And how do you organize your list?
I organize it by sections of the store. So I put all the fruits and vegetables together, all the dairy products together, and all the cleaning supplies together. This way, I don't have to walk around the store 10 times.
That saves time.
But you know what? Before I even make my list, I plan my meals for the week. That way, I know exactly what ingredients I need.
Oh, meal planning. That's such a good idea. How do you do that?
Yes, it really does. Speaking of fruits and vegetables, that's always my first stop in the supermarket. Well, on Sunday evenings, I sit down and think about what I want to cook for the week. I consider my schedule. If I have late meetings, I plan simple meals for those days. If I have more time on weekends, I might plan something more complicated, like a roast or homemade pasta. Then I write down all the ingredients I need for those meals.
Oh, interesting. So how do you choose fresh fruits and vegetables? Do you have any tips?
Well, for fruits, I always smell them. Good fruits smell sweet. For example, a good melon smells sweet near the stem. And I look at the teller. Bananas should be yellow with just a few brown spots.
That sounds very organized. Do you also think about leftovers when you're planning?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I love making big batches of food. For example, if I make chicken soup on Monday, I know I can have it for lunch on Tuesday and Wednesday too. And I often cook extra rice or pasta and keep it in the refrigerator for quick meals during the week. It saves me so much time and money.
Right, the smell test.
Exactly. For vegetables, I check if they feel firm. Carrots should be hard, not soft, and lettuce leaves should be green and crisp, not yellow or brown.
Those are great tips. Now, I have to ask, are you someone who compares prices a lot?
Oh, yes, definitely. I always look for discounts and special offers. I check the price per unit, not just the total price. Sometimes a smaller package is actually cheaper per gram or per liter.
Those are excellent tips. Do you also pay attention to what's in season when you're shopping for produce?
Yes, I try to. Seasonal fruits and vegetables usually taste better and cost less. In summer, I buy lots of tomatoes, berries, and corn. In fall, I love buying apples, pumpkins, and sweet potatoes. Winter is great for citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruits. And in spring, I get excited about fresh asparagus and strawberries.
That's very smart.
And I love looking for items on sale. You know, when they have those yellow stickers that say 50% off or buy one, get one free. But I only buy things on sale if I actually need them.
That makes a lot of sense. What about frozen fruits and vegetables? Do you buy those too?
I do buy frozen vegetables, especially for cooking. Frozen peas, carrots, and spinach are really convenient, and they keep for months. They're actually quite nutritious because they're frozen right after being picked. But for eating fresh, like in salads, I prefer fresh vegetables. Frozen berries are great for smoothies, though.
Right, that's important. It's not really saving money if you buy something you don't need.
Exactly. I learned that lesson the hard way. I once bought 5 bottles of shampoo because they were on sale, and it took me a whole year to use them all.
A year of shampoo. That's funny. So after you finish shopping, do you usually have to wait in line at the checkout?
Oh, always. I hate waiting in line. It's the worst part of shopping for me. I try to go early in the morning or late in the evening when there are fewer people.
Mm-hmm. Good strategy.
But sometimes I still get stuck behind someone who has 100 items and wants to pay with exact change, you know? It takes forever.
Oh, we've all been there. Do you use the self-checkout machines?
Sometimes, yes. They're faster when I only have a few items, but I don't like them for big shopping trips because they're complicated when you have fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, those machines can be tricky. Let me ask you about your shopping habits. How often do you go grocery shopping?
I usually go once a week on Saturday mornings. I like to get everything I need for the whole week, but sometimes I have to make a quick trip during the week if I forget something important, like milk or bread.
Right, those emergency trips.
Yes, and those quick trips are dangerous because I always end up buying more than I planned. I go for milk and come home with milk, cookies, and ice cream.
That sounds familiar. Speaking of food preferences, are you someone who likes to try new foods when you're shopping?
Oh, yes, I love trying new things, especially if there are free samples. You know how some stores have people giving out small cups of juice or pieces of cheese?
Oh yes, the sample stations.
Exactly. I always stop and try them. Last month, I discovered a new type of apple that way. It was so good that I bought a whole bag.
That's great. Do you prefer shopping at big supermarkets or smaller local markets?
That's a good question. I usually shop at the big supermarket because it has everything I need in one place, but I love going to the local farmers market on weekends for fresh vegetables and fruits.
Mm-hmm. Best of both worlds.
Yes, the farmers market has better quality produce, and I like talking to the farmers. They give me tips on how to cook different vegetables. But the supermarket is more convenient for things like cleaning products and frozen foods.
That makes sense. Now, you mentioned saving money earlier. Do you have any other money-saving tips for our listeners?
Oh, I have several. First, never go shopping when you're hungry. You'll buy too much food, especially snacks and sweets.
That's so true.
Second, check the store's weekly flyer before you go. They often have special deals on meat, dairy, or other items. And third, buy generic brands for basic items like flour, sugar, and salt. They're usually much cheaper and taste the same.
Those are excellent tips. What about healthy food choices? Do you pay attention to nutrition labels?
I try to, yes. I look at the sugar and salt content especially. I was shocked when I started reading labels. Some foods have so much sugar that I didn't expect.
Great advice. What about buying in bulk? Do you ever shop at those big warehouse stores?
Sometimes, yes. Those warehouse stores can be great for families, but you have to be careful. I only buy things in bulk if I know I'll use them before they expire. Rice, pasta, and canned goods are perfect for bulk buying. But I made the mistake of buying a huge container of yogurt once, and half of it went bad before I could finish it.
Really? Like what?
Yogurt. Some yogurts have as much sugar as candy. And bread. Some types of bread have a lot of sugar too. Now, I always choose plain yogurt and add my own fresh fruit.
That's a good lesson. Speaking of storage, do you have any tips for organizing food at home after shopping?
Oh, yes. First, I put things away as soon as I get home. I put older items in front and new items in back. That way, I use the older things first. I also keep a list on my refrigerator of what's inside so I don't forget about things and let them spoil. And I try to keep healthy snacks at eye level so I see them first when I open the fridge.
That's a smart choice. Do you have any strategies for buying healthy snacks?
Yes, I try to buy snacks that have only one ingredient, like nuts, carrots, or apples. But I have to be honest, I still buy some chocolate and cookies sometimes.
Of course, life is about balance.
Exactly. I put them in the cart last, so if my total is too high, I can take them out. But usually I keep them because everyone needs a little treat sometimes.
We all need some treats. Do you ever shop with family members? How is that different from shopping alone?
Oh, that's completely different. When I shop with my sister, it takes twice as long because we stop to chat about everything we see. And when I shop with my nephew, he always wants to push the cart and he keeps asking for cookies and candy in every aisle. But it can be fun too. Sometimes they suggest things I wouldn't think to buy.
Do you think shopping with kids can be educational for them?
Definitely. I try to teach my nephew about money by letting him compare prices. He's learning math by adding up the costs. And he's learning about nutrition too. I explain why we need fruits and vegetables. Sometimes I give him a small budget for choosing his own healthy snack. It makes him feel responsible, and he's more likely to eat what he chooses.
That's a good strategy. Before we finish, do you have any funny or interesting shopping stories to share?
Oh, I have a few. One time I was looking for pasta sauce and I couldn't find it anywhere. I asked 3 different employees and they all sent me to different places in the store.
Oh no.
I spent 30 minutes walking around the store. Finally, I found it myself. It was right next to the pasta, where it should be. I felt so silly.
That happens to everyone. Any other stories?
Yes, another time I was pushing my cart and I realized I was following someone else around the store for 10 minutes. I thought they had the same shopping list as me, but really, I was just walking behind them by accident.
That's hilarious. I bet they thought you were strange.
Probably. When I realized what I was doing, I was so embarrassed. I quickly went to a different part of the store. But it was actually kind of efficient. They had good taste in food.
Those are great stories. Speaking of modern shopping, have you ever tried ordering groceries online?
Yes, I've tried it a few times, especially during bad weather. It's very convenient. You don't have to leave your house and you can easily compare prices. But I found it hard to choose good fruits and vegetables online because I can't touch them or smell them. And sometimes they deliver items that are close to their expiration date. Plus, I actually enjoy walking around the store and discovering new products.
That makes sense. And what about the cost? Are there extra fees for online shopping?
Yes, usually there are delivery fees, and you're expected to tip the delivery person too. So it can add $10 or $15 to your grocery bill. For me, it's only worth it if I'm buying a lot of heavy items like water bottles, or if the weather is really terrible. Most of the time, I prefer going to the store myself.
That makes sense for most shopping. Do you ever shop at specialty stores like ethnic markets or specialty food stores?
I love exploring different markets. There's an Asian market near my house that has the most amazing fresh noodles and spices I can't find anywhere else. And there's a Middle Eastern store that has incredible olives and cheeses. The people who work there are usually very knowledgeable, and they give me great cooking tips. The prices are often better than regular supermarkets, too, especially for their specialty items.
That sounds wonderful. Have you discovered any new favorite foods by shopping at these markets?
Oh, yes, I discovered kimchi at the Korean market, and now I'm obsessed with it. And I learned to make my own hummus after buying tahini at the Middle Eastern store. I also tried dragon fruit for the first time at the Asian market. It looks so exotic, but it actually has a very mild flavor. Shopping at different markets really opens your mind to new flavors and ways of cooking.
That's wonderful how food can open doors to new cultures. Before we wrap up,
I want to ask about something many people are thinking about these days. Do you consider environmental impact when you're shopping?
Yes, I've been trying to be more conscious about that lately. I always bring my own reusable bags now. I keep them in my car so I never forget them. I also try to buy less packaged foods when possible. Instead of buying pre-cut vegetables in plastic containers, I buy whole vegetables and cut them myself. And I try to choose products with less packaging or packaging that can be recycled.
Those are great steps. What about food waste? Do you have strategies to avoid throwing away food?
That's actually one of my biggest concerns. I hate wasting food. I keep track of expiration dates and try to use things before they go bad. If I have vegetables that are getting soft, I'll make soup or stir fry. Overripe fruits are perfect for smoothies or baking, and I've learned to freeze things before they spoil, like bread, meat, and even cooked rice. It's amazing how much money you save when you don't throw food away.
Excellent advice. How do your shopping habits change during different seasons or holidays?
Oh, they change quite a bit. In winter, I buy more hearty foods like root vegetables, soups, and warm spices. Summer means lots of fresh salads and lighter meals. During holidays, I plan much more carefully and shop earlier to avoid the crowds. For Thanksgiving, I start buying non-perishable items weeks ahead. And I've learned to avoid the supermarket the day before any major holiday. It's absolutely crazy.
Smart thinking. One last topic. Do you have any advice about food safety when shopping, like checking dates or keeping cold foods cold?
Absolutely. I always check expiration dates, especially on dairy and meat products. I pick up cold and frozen items last, so they stay cold longer. I keep a small cooler bag in my car for really hot days, and I never buy canned goods that are dented or swollen. That can be dangerous. Also, I wash my hands before I touch fruits and vegetables, and I always wash produce when I get home, even if it looks clean.
Before we finish, do you have one final piece of advice for someone who wants to become a better, smarter shopper?
Yes, my biggest advice is to be patient with yourself. Shopping well is a skill that takes time to develop. Start with small changes, like making a list or bringing reusable bags, and gradually add more strategies. Don't try to change everything at once. And remember, even experienced shoppers like me still make mistakes sometimes. The key is to learn from them and keep improving. Most importantly, don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Every small improvement counts. And remember, everyone, shopping should be enjoyable, not stressful. Take your time, enjoy the process, and don't be afraid to try new things. Happy shopping!
That's a great way to look at it. Well, Olivia, this has been such a fun conversation. Thank you for sharing all your shopping tips and stories with us.
Thank you for having me. I had so much fun talking about shopping. I hope your listeners found some useful tips.
I'm sure they did. And to all our listeners, thank you for joining us today on Fluent Talk Podcast. Remember to make your shopping lists, look for good deals, and don't go shopping when you're hungry. We'll see you next week for another conversation in simple English. Until then, keep practicing and keep learning.